Welcome to Social Minutes with Mona, live here on Facebook, and you may be watching also on Instagram or on YouTube. My name is Mona Giordano, and today we are talking about how to build trust on social media. Now, this is a topic request that was asked by Dushant Kumar Bagel. Please forgive me if I have pronounced that wrong, but in any event, that is a very valid and necessary question for any of us that are doing online marketing. Today, there's just so much noise all over the place. There's so many people doing so much online. It's really hard to know who it is that you can trust and who's scamming you or who is just, blowing air. So one of the first things that I would like to address about gaining trust is the fact that you have to show up consistently. That's something that many of us struggle with because life is hard. Things get busy. And if you're on social media, depending on how many platforms you're on, you have to create content, and then you have to engage, and there's a lot involved in it. So if you're trying to build trust across all of those different platforms, one of the most important things, number one, is to make sure that you are showing up consistently. Now, you also, when you show up, want to be sure that you're being genuine and authentic and approachable. You don't want to come off like you're puffed up and, holier than thou, for lack of a better way to express it. You want to be real. You want to be relatable so that people feel that they can approach you to ask questions and that it's not all polished and perfect. Live video, or even if you're doing reels or stories, short form video, mistakes happen and it's okay. Basically, you just want to make sure that you keep on going. Maybe you intended for that to happen, or just acknowledge it and move on, go on to the next subject. It's okay. Be real, be genuine. The next thing I'd like to say is that you need to be providing value. The days when you go online and you say, my product is the best, my service is the best, and hey, if you follow me, then I'm going to guarantee if you join my program that you're going to have 10 gazillion followers in only 30 minutes. Poppycock, that's not real. So you want to make sure that you are providing real value to your audience. Give them tips, short, actionable tips that they can implement right away. You don't want to try and baffle them with all of your knowledge and make it long and complicated and throw all of these big words at them that they may not understand. So again, tip number 2 is to make sure, that you are providing value. In fact, you only want to make selling, I'm going to say 15 to 20% of your content, if that. The main thing is that they get to know you and like you and trust you. So one of the ways that you can do that is by providing value for free. I know that's counterintuitive. We're in business to make money. So why do we want to offer things for free? Well, it's very simple, because if you can't show people that you know what you're talking about and that you're able to help them and solve their problems, they're not going to follow you and they're not going to keep coming back for more. Okay, we're going now to tip number 3, show your face. Yep. If you're not doing video, you really need to be doing video. Specifically right now in January of 2022, short form video is just exploding. These are come to you in the form of stories or reels or going live. You want to keep that a little bit shorter too, like 3 minutes to 10, 15 minutes. And that's the purpose of my show. These are short, actionable tips that you can put into place immediately. You want to show your face. And if you're camera shy and you don't want to turn on the camera and go live or do a video pre-recorded, then put your face up there in an image. You can always take those posts and go into canva.com and turn those images into videos. In fact, you can even make videos from still pictures, even on Facebook. So remember, show your face. That is tip number 3. That's how people get to know you and then like you, because you're showing your personality, your little quirks. You're also showing your expertise, that you're knowledgeable in your topic. And once they trust you, that's when they start to spend money with you. So don't come out of the gate with just posts about buy from me and this kind of thing. Show your face, whether it be on still images, whether it be on videos that are just animated pictures, or whether you're doing actual video in the form of reels, stories, lives, or pre-recorded video. Show your face. As we move on to tip number 4, you want to make sure that your profiles are maximized. Now, what do I mean by that? When you get somebody's attention in that 3 to 5 seconds that you have to grab their attention and have them stop the scroll, you want to make sure that if your content is good and they happen to go to your profile or your bio to check you out, to see if they want to follow you or not, to see if they like your content, to see if you are providing them information, your profile is just the best real estate that you have. But again, you have to make it so that it's maximized. What do I mean by that? I mean that your profile image, that small little teeny tiny circle picture of you when they land on your profile or your bio, is head and shoulders shots, not full body, but just your head, preferably a professional headshot. You also want to make sure that when people land there, they know who you are, what you do, who you do it for. And if you're a local business dealing with a local market, you also want to make sure they know where you are. So as an example, if you were to go to my Instagram profile at Coach Mona G, when you land there, immediately, even this applies to Facebook as well, and Instagram and YouTube. If you land there, you know immediately what I look like, you know what I do, you know that my target audience are baby boomers or people that did not grow up with a device in their hands, and you know who I'm doing it for, you know what I'm doing. I'm a social media 101 coach. That's right there. It shows up. It's very evident what it is that I do. And you also want to make sure that you have links, if possible, that you have everything set up so they can go to your website, so that they can check out your other social media accounts, etc. So again, if you want to get a good example of a maximized Instagram profile or on Facebook, then check out my accounts at Coach Mona G. And you don't have to do them exactly, of course. You want it to be individually you, but it's just use it as a guideline so that people really know what the excuse me, what it is that you do and who you do it for. Okay, moving on to tip number 5. You want to mix up your content. If you go to someone's social media account and it's all just static post after static post after static post, pictures with maybe some words on it, that's boring. You want to mix it up so that, you know, you've got a blend of posts, static post, videos, reels, stories, going live, etc. This way, it mixes it up and keeps them interested in your content. You need to make sure that you're also mixing up your content buckets. And what I mean by that is that you have different types of information that you're going to be providing to your audience. Some of it is educational tips, for example. Some of them, you're entertaining them and making them laugh. People love to laugh. We are emotional creatures. We love to laugh. And it shows if you're enjoying what you're doing, by the way. So make sure you keep that smile bright and you're enthusiastic. Use some hand gestures and so forth. Anyway, getting back on track with mixing up your content. So sometimes you're doing posts, I'm talking content buckets. Sometimes you're edutaining, which is true, educating and entertaining. Sometimes you're inspiring or motivating. So you can easily take a beautiful picture and put, say, a Zig Ziglar or a Tony Robbins quote on top of it to inspire them or motivate them. Maybe there's a particular Bible verse that really, really ministers to you and you think it would be motivating and inspiring to your audience. Put a beautiful picture and a scripture verse on top of it. So that's the difference between inspirational and motivational. Okay, keep them moving forward. Keep them feeling good about themselves. People don't necessarily remember what you said, but they do remember how you made them feel. So make sure that you're making them feel good about themselves and feel good about you at the same time. Tip number 6, I believe. Oh, okay, let me see. Mixing up your content. That is where we are right now. And you need to make sure that as you're providing that content and you're using those different types of content buckets, that they want more. They want to keep coming back to see what you're doing today on this post. Or, again, at the beginning, I talked about consistency. So whatever that looks like for you, if you can only manage your social media by posting twice a week, then be consistent twice a week, every week. If you're 3 times a week, then be consistent, say on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of every week, so your audience knows when to look for your posts, when they can get that valuable information or that tip that you provide them. Or maybe on Friday, it's a fun Friday, and they know that you're going to make them laugh on Fridays. So mixing up the content, being yourself, being real and being genuine, having your profiles maximized, providing value to them and making sure that you come back on a regular basis. Now, this is a place where I have struggled in the past. I need to practice more of what I teach. I can tell you exactly what to do to be successful on social media. But sometimes, if I'm being totally honest, I'm not following some of my own rules. Now, I can make an excuse and say, well, that's because I'm so busy helping you with your social media that mine suffers for it, which is true, but it's still not an excuse. Maybe I need to take it down from posting more often to posting less often consistently so that my audience knows. That is when I'm going to be there. That's one of the things that I am attempting to do this year in 2022 by this show, for example. My goal is to go live on Facebook every Thursday at noon to bring you valuable content that you can use right away. After I get done with this, then I take this video into an editing program and I add a thumbnail so it's got a pretty cover and people know what it's going to be about. Then I add an intro that's got some music and shows what Social Minutes with Mona is all about. Then the video, and incidentally, I can edit those awkward starts and stops where you're reaching for the camera or what have you. Edit that stuff out of there or not. In the beginning, you may not want to do a lot of editing, but just do it. As you do more of them, you get better practice, you get more used to it, and then you can up your game. But in the meantime, you don't have to edit. just go live, just do videos and get them out there. And that experience and, the quality will go up just because you're doing them more. So every Thursday at noon, I'm doing that. And when like I was telling you, I take this into a video editing program because I choose to, because I'm trying to up my game, not that you have to. And I do some editing, adding an intro, adding an outro. And then I take that same video that I did live on Facebook and I'm going to post it to Instagram video. I'm also going to cross post it on YouTube. Now, this one post is going to work for me on 3 different platforms, providing valuable information, being genuine, approachable, honest, gaining people's trust, mixing up my content and having them come back for more. I have to check my time. Oh, I'm 1 minute over. And that's another one of my goals, is to not talk too much. I want to just share everything and let you know, provide as much value as I can. But one of my tips was keeping it short. You want to make it quick tips that they can implement and put into action right away. So I'm going to wrap that up right here. Let me see. Nothing. Yeah, I think I covered all of my topics. So Dushyant and everybody else that's viewing, I hope that that was informative for you. And I know for sure that those are easy to implement, actionable steps that you can take starting right now. Okay. I will be back next Thursday at noon. And then if you're not able to join live, absolutely check out the replay on Facebook. You can also check out in about an hour or so, you'll be able to view this video on Instagram and on YouTube. And I will see you next Thursday. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I appreciate it, and God bless.